y'all. This is Lovely Donald, your femme moderator.
And this is Cute, your boy moderator.
And today, our topics are coming out. We want to hear your coming out story and when, like how old you were and how did your family take it.
Right. So today's question is, what was your experience coming out? What age were you? And once again, how did your family react? What kind of backlash or even
if you
praise,
had backlash,
if you had
or
praise or
any
whatever
issues
the case.
that maybe your family members might have had.
Correct. I'll talk a little bit about mine. So I was 16 when I came out to my family, and I'd always known who I was. I remember being 5 years old and telling my sister and a group of her friends at a summer party that I was gonna marry Apollonia Kudrow when I was older.
I love that.
Who was better than Apollonia Kudrow or even like Vanity at that time? Like in the 80s, oh God, Prince had all the bad girls. Oh my God, he did. And I envied him for them. And man, so Apollonia Kudrow was the woman for me.
The brat. The brat was me. That was my thing. I like the boys.
I always known who I was, very young, and I experimented, with boys. I grew up, show me mine, show you yours, all that stuff. But, the male physique never did anything for me. If anything, I always wanted the male physique. Pecs, strong arms.
Very interesting.
Always enjoyed that, like, wanting to have the male physique, but never wanted it to, like, lust after or desire. So, that was about that.
You said you were 16.
I was 16,
okay.
And I came out, when I came out to my mother, I asked her if she remembered the girl who I brought around all the time, and told her that she was my girlfriend, and I received backlash from my family. I mean, like, my mom was like, if you're gay, you can't be my daughter, and she went and told, like, everybody, like, outed me to the whole family. And for about 7 years, I was the black sheep of the family. Like, nobody really fucked with me. Nobody really, dealt with me. So I was kind of out there on my own for a long time. But since then, my mother and I have a better relationship. A much better relationship, very accepting of myself and my son and the lifestyle that I live. And I think all she cares about now is that I'm just happy and I don't get hurt, because she's seen when she wasn't around how much could happen. So it's a lot of backlash. Unfortunately, I'm not the tightest with my family, but my siblings got my back no matter what. Like, they 100% accepting.
So good. Now, like with me, I actually had to have 2 coming out stories, which is very interesting. I had to come out twice. I came out when I was I was little. I always had crushes on girls. And like I said, the brat was like my first crush. I was in love with her. I'm still in love with her. She's my wife, so just let's get it straight. I've always loved women. But I always remember when I was a little girl always being told that it's okay to like girls, but you had to have a boyfriend. And so I was kind of forced into being bisexual, kind of how I felt. I was always persuaded to go towards men. And they always said the best way to get to women is to be with the man. So it was kind of, I know, crazy. In my time, how we could be with women openly is by being bisexual. And so that was my way of trying to be able to be with women on the slide. But I came out when I was about 21 years old and like announced, yay, I like women, I love women, this is my coming out to everyone. I didn't care. And my family basically said, we know. It's okay to, we already knew. And I was like, if you already knew, how come you didn't, like, give me the memo? You know, you told me I had to be with men.
Could have saved me a whole lot of heartache and trouble.
Me a whole lot of BS. But even with that, they didn't want to see me with women. I had children by that time, so I fell into that whole stereotype of, you have children, you have to be with a man, you can't be with women, you can't be lesbian, you're too feminine, you're too girly girl, you got boys, all that kind of BS. So when I was 21, I came out as being bisexual, because that was the safest for me. I wasn't quite, I didn't fit anywhere, because I wasn't really bisexual. I didn't really like men. I didn't really want to be with men. I just felt like I had to be with men, and it was what I knew. It was normal. It was a custom. It was just what it was. And then I had to come out as lesbian about 5 years now. So I'm kind of like coming out in my second coming out in a way, because a lot of people that know me or knew me in the past are always like, well, we knew you liked women, but what about us men? And I'm like, I'm not interested in men. I don't want cis men. I don't want born men. I've messed with transgender men. I like transgender men. I'm attracted to transgender men. Some people, and this will be another issue that we bring up under the femme topic, but some people say, oh, you just like trans men because they were born women. Well, I say, they were born in the wrong body. That's how I look at it. They're still men. But they're just different. They're different than the cis men. But anyway, back to what we were saying. That's how I came out. I came out twice in my own way. And I've always had struggles with it, because a lot of, and maybe some of you older lesbians understand this, that lesbians don't necessarily, or the old school lesbians don't want to mess around with women that have been with men. So that means I'm out of their view, because I've had children, and because I've been with men. They don't even think that I really want to be with them. They think that it's a play thing for me. No, it's serious. I want a relationship with a woman. I've always been happy with women. Never been happy with men. I've always just felt like I had to be. So my coming out is kind of a little different, because I tried to come out when I was young, but was forced to have to still be with men. And so then coming out at 21 was like, oh, you already knew, how come you didn't tell me, kind of thing. And then coming back out again of saying, I'm not attracted to men. That's where my problem is. So I've had to come out again about 5 years now. And I think it's been a little closer to 10, but because I was married and I had I have an ex-husband within the last X amount of years, people still consider me bisexual, even though I wasn't physical with him. I know, it sounds crazy. Convenience. I'm sure a lot of you lesbians are married to biological men that you don't have sex with. It's a convenience. Yes.
Well, this is a business deal.
Okay.
It all works out, right?
Right. I mean, it happens. I mean, I know couples that they came out by being with the opposite sex, but like I have these 4 friends, okay? They're a lesbian couple and a gay couple, and they ended up marrying each other so they could have children. They all lived together, raising children together, but that was because in those times they couldn't be out as being in a relationship and having children. So it was convenience for them. They don't have sex with each other. They have sex with their partner, not the one they're married to. So everybody has their own coming out story. Yeah. And here we don't want to judge. We don't care what your coming out story is. We just want to share so that we can have a family unity, so we all can connect and go out together and have some kind of common ground. Now I am like hungry for women, but I have 2 different kind of coming out stories. My family frown upon it. The only ones that support me are my children. And I'm to the point now, I've gotten old enough now that I don't care what my family has to say. As long as my children are okay with me, that's all that matters to me. Now, my older kids went through a phase of we don't want you to be with women. We prefer you to be with men. Now they're saying we realize that being with men is not making you happy, Mom. We want you to be happy, and if women make you happy, we're happy.
Right.
So, as many of you, have probably went through yourselves of your own different kind of struggles, whether it's because you had children and your children, you didn't want to disrupt your children's lives in the sense of being bullied at school and things like that, or if it was your family didn't accept you, or maybe, and this is something I also talk to people about, there's two different kind of coming out. There's coming out to your family and friends,
right.
And then there's coming out to yourself. My second coming out was coming out to myself. Everybody else knew I was gay. I just had to admit that I'm actually gay and be okay with it. Mm-hmm. That it's okay that I don't want to be with men. That it's okay that I really only want to be with a woman, And
I'm sure there's many people out there just like Lovely who have had similar situations, or maybe now current situations are the same.
Yes.
And it's okay. We want to know your story.
We're here to support you. We are a community of support. We're not here to trash each other. We're here to help each other. There might be a struggle you have that by you sharing enlightens someone else and says, wow, I thought I was the only one that felt that way. I was the only one that did this or did that or had that crush or whatever. Just one thing. You can't be crushing on my bipolar. I'm going to get you. No, I'm joking. You know that I have my own little cyber crushes. And we all have jokes and everything. But like Q and I said, we really want to support you. And we want to just know if there's anything that you want to hear in the group. And I'm going to keep saying that until you guys start sharing more.
That's right. Start sharing.
Yes, because we are a community.
That's right. And share this video.
Yes, please share the video because we wanted to reach more than just us. I'm sure that there are a lot of young, upcoming boys and girls, us femmes, that, feel like we're alone out there. And we don't want you guys to feel alone. We want you to know that there is a place for you. You can come to our group and be welcome. We might have answers to some of your questions that some of us have struggled with. Yep. Q has a son. I have boys. It's like, yes, you can be a BOI and have children. You can be a femme woman and still be a lesbian. Right. There are struggles that we went through that we might be able to help you just through the stories.
Now, for the record, my son is not mine by birth. However, yes. I do have a son who I've been there for since the beginning. And that's it. It's all love.
Yeah, it's all love.
Family is what you make, not what you're born to. Always remember that.
Always remember that. We can choose our family. We can't always choose who family we're born into, but we can choose the family that we want to be with.
That's right. That's right. So until next time,
yes,
please do share, and share the video.
Please, yes.
That's our next Tottie Talk. Next Saturday, we'll see you then.
Yes.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.